Hello and welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. I'm Taz and today we're going to be working on a Transit Custom van. Burst problem, and we replaced the turbo actuator, the MAF sensor. We took the sensor for the DPF out, give it a clean. We've done a DPF regen. We checked the boost pipes. We've done a smoke test. We put glow plugs on it as well, and basically nothing has helped the running of it. We even done a relearn for the actuator, for the turbo actuator, and nothing worked. I got speaking to one of my colleagues that he works on transits quite a lot, and he was telling me that they need to actually go on a bench and get calibrated. So that's basically where we are with it. So here we are. So basically we're just going to weak the turbo off this and take it up to the turbo guys. They're in Pollock Shaws and they're going to calibrate the turbo. So I phoned up and they seem quite pleasant, so fingers crossed this solves it, because I'm kind of scratching my head. The turbo in it is perfect, so we'll see what happens. I've already had the turbo off a couple of weeks ago just to check it, put it back on again. So this is my next straw. Hello and welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. My name's Taz, just in case you were under any other illusion that I was Brad Pitt. Well, I try my best anyway, and we can't all be Brad Pitt, so you've got to pee with the penis you've got, eh? So this is just a follow-up video of the Transit Custom. Yesterday, turbo issues, there was a boosting problem. Now we're on our way, we're on the road now, we're going to the turbo guys in Pollock Shaws. They're going to have a wee look at it and put it on the bench and calibrate it. I'm hoping for the best here. So just to put you in the picture, right, plugging a vehicle up to a diagnostics machine, it doesn't always have the answer straight away, because everything came up with the problems. They were sorted, and it didn't sort any of the problems. We put new glow plugs on it, checked the glow plug relay, MAF sensor, cleaned the DPF sensor out, put a turbo actuator on it, relearned it, done a smoke test, checked the pipe work as well, the turbo pipe work, checked the intercooler. Oh, we also done a DPF regen, forgot about that. Hoping for the best, and nothing worked. So it was like a bit of a catch-22 what we done next. So I spent a wee bit of time away from it. Then I got speaking to one of my good friends, and he'd said to me, look, the actuators on them may need bench calibrated. Now I've been quite lucky up till now. Any actuators that I've fitted onto turbos, any electrical actuators I've fitted, have either been ready to go as you plug them in, right, or you need to relearn them on the diagnostics machine, right. I've never needed to take a turbo off to go and get it recalibrated, so it's new to me. But hey ho, who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? But I'm hoping the turbo guys came as a highly recommendation from White Moss Garage. So a big shout out to White Moss Garage in West Linton for the shout out for the turbo guys in Pollock Shaws. I'm hoping for the best. I'm keeping positive. So fingers crossed, by the end of the week we'll have a boost in transit and everybody's going to be happy, but not as happy as me. I'll be over the moon. That's the turbo dropped off to the turbo guys. It actually says 20 minutes to half an hour. I was actually expecting an hour or something, but they seem pretty confident that's the problem, so I think they'll be able to check it and let me know. I'm feeling a wee bit more confident, than what I was whenever I was driving up here. But we'll see what happens. Just a quick update on the Ford Transit Custom. I've just came back from the turbo guys in Pollock Shaws, and all I can say is what a fantastic service it was. They really did go out of their way to help me. Now initially it would have cost me £60 for the calibration, but it turned out the actuator was the wrong one. The actuator was for a rear wheel drive 2.2 Transit, exactly the same engine, but I don't know why there's differences or whatever, but there is anyway. So it was the wrong actuator. So the guy wasn't going to take anything off me because obviously he couldn't calibrate it, but he did suggest that they had actuators, the right actuator, brand spanking new, and calibrated for it as well. £100 all in. And see, to be honest, spending £40 more than what I initially went in to spend, that is brilliant. It's a really good service, and they give me a gasket kit for the turbo as well. You know, money couldn't buy that service, eh? I give them an extra tenner tip, but aye, really good. I will recommend them, and I will be using them again. And it was actually Big Kev at White Moss Garage that recommended me to them. He put me on to them. Thanks Kev, and thanks to the turbo guys. If you are on Instagram, I'll give you a wee tag anyway. But aye, over the moon. So I do feel like a weight's been lifted. The turbo isn't on the van yet, but I'm so confident that things are gonna work out with it. It's just annoying that it's had the wrong part on it all this time. I've been sold the wrong part. I was told that was the right part, and it's the wrong part. I've left it too long. Typically, buying from eBay is not a good idea. We're back in the unit now. We've got the turbo that was away at the turbo guys. to see what was happening. Basically, we've got a brand spanking new actuator. Right, so the actuator that I actually bought wasn't the right one. It's for a rear wheel drive one. This is for a front wheel drive one. Now it's been calibrated and it's ready to rock and roll. Now I noticed whenever I opened the box with the new gaskets and everything, if you cast your mind back, I told you I broke a few bolts. Believe it or not, the bits that I need, the replacement bits that I need are in here. And I do not need to go to Ford and buy them directly off the main steelers. So, with that in mind, I'm going to be changing these threads, and I'll be offering it up to the Transit, and hopefully we'll have a bursting Transit and I'll be over the moon. So it'll be quite an emotional moment for me. I can't make you hang around. I can't wash you off my skin. We're just putting the turbo back in after getting the actuator put on. So I've put the replacement bolts on as well, the replacement stud. So all I really need to do is place it up, get the gaskets on it and get it all zapped up. Just to keep you all informed that we've got the turbo installed back on the Transit Custom. And guess what? I haven't missed any nuts and bolts. Everything is back where it should, and I've got nothing left over. So it's a first for everything. So we've got it all back together now. Nice shiny new actuator all set up, and believe it or believe it not, it was actually easier putting back on than it was to take off. Right, so need to climb back up in it, need to drive it off the ramp. So this is its first start up from everything's been put back together again. It hasn't had anything plugged in at all. This is the first time. So far so good. Right, so I've got the clutch in, so it goes to 3,000 revs. Right. Okay. Don't know if it might need plugged in again. The noise you will hear is me just reversing. So before I take it a wee burl, I've got it plugged in. So I want to see just if anything comes up first. Now obviously if it does, it'll be previous code. So we'll delete them and see where we go with that. So the ABS light is actually for the neutral position sensor. It just doesn't seem to ever go away. I've tried using loads of different alternatives to get them working, but see, to be honest, it doesn't bring up any codes in the dash. It's just really something I want to be something like this. Nothing but a boosting problem here. So now that's clear, we're going to take it a wee run and see where we'll go with that. So we're just going to go over and have a wee look. That's me finishing up. Need to get back and see my lovely family, which I've missed so much today. Right, hopefully the camera stays where it is. Now basically this hill is the hill that it always went into Limpload. Been up this road. Used to go up on Limpload roughly about here. Whoa! So we have boost. Hello and welcome to another video for Auto Solutions Checkpoint. I'm Taz and this is the Transit Custom. The Transit Custom Trend on the 13 plate. It has a private plate, but the private plate will actually be coming off it and it will revert back to its natural 13 plate. It looks quite jazzy. 18-inch wheels, tiger stripes like a kickback from the 90s. We've got a Rhino roof rack with a roof mounted tyre. It's quite an expensive roof rack. It's a trend model. It's very trendy. It's got the sun visor, bonnet visor. It's got the wee chrome bits. It's got day running lights. It's got folding wing mirrors as well. Now it's clean and tidy, but don't be under the influence that it's mint. It is not mint. It has got its scrapes and it's got its dings. But hey, it's a work van. We're not going to argue over scrapes and dings on a work van. It's got the all-important toolbar. It's also got the more commercialised bit as well. I can't remember what that bit's called. It's got the Westphalia electric as well. It's got the all-important chevron on the back doors as well, so they can be took on site. It's visible. Well, it's definitely visible. It's undeniably visible. It would be your own prerogative if you want to put a high-vis strip up the side of it, which it's eye-catching enough as it is. Inside is very good condition considering the mileage. It's just turned 219,000 miles. But don't let that put you off. It has been well maintained. It has been serviced every 8,000 miles. It's had 2 owners from new. The first owner was a company. There we go. So you can have your lunch or whatever, or can be used as a wee uncomfortable armrest. So it's also got an armrest here, so you wouldn't really need to worry about that. Yeah, it's got the controls, Bluetooth control for your stereo. It also has cruise control. Let me see. It's got voice command as well. You can adjust your CD player from the stock volume as well. Obviously onboard computer as well, so you can check your miles per gallon and all the important stuff generally. It's got parking sensors as well, which they can be switched off up here so you don't have the annoying buzz. Yeah, it's got electric wing mirrors. They're also folding as well, which is quite jazzy. electric windows as well, overhead space. It's got under seat space as well. The end of the gear knob is missing, but we're not gonna cry over that. At the end of the day, considering the mileage, considering the condition is very good for the mileage. Don't be expecting an absolute show winner, because it's not. It's a work van, so don't be getting yourself overexcited whenever you see scrapes and that. Yeah, it starts, drives. It's got 6 gears. It's a 2.2 variant. Just a wee bit of a rumble. I assume it's from the drive shaft on the passenger driver side, sorry. But aye, there we go. It'll be up for sale. So aye, you can let me know, and I'll catch you in the next video. Alright, 1010 over and out. So here we go. The Transit has had boosting issues. No warning lights, no nothing, plenty of boost. No smoke because of the DPF clean. So I think everything's went to plan. And plus, when it was putting it all back together again, there was no nuts and bolts left over, so I'm feeling quite proud right now.